Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Raul,
And it's Mike.
and we'd like to welcome you to episode 22 of the AO podcast.
Number
Now,
22.
before we get into
For
anything, make sure you follow us on all our socials. Links for everything is always down in the description.
includes the Instagram, the Twitters, the Letterboxd, and also the follow the podcast as well on Spotify and Apple Music, wherever you listen to any of your shit. So yeah. And anything else before we get into actually why we're redoing the 22nd episode.
Um, well, no, yeah, just links for everything is down in the description.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're actually redoing this episode is because last week we actually did meet up and we actually did record an episode, like a full episode.
Yeah.
Um, the only issue is that both me and Mike that week had just literally barely slept at all.
Yeah, those were busy weeks.
So
when we did meet up, it was at a
yeah,
very
like we
yeah.
still we basically didn't sleep that much either that night prior to meeting up.
Yeah.
So by the time we actually got here and we set everything up, we had smoked a blunt, and I actually think that because we were high,
Mm-hmm.
I think that actually kind of made us even more tired
Yeah.
than we probably already were. So you can literally tell because I was looking back at the footage of that episode, and it's very apparent, especially towards the end of the episode, that we were just like really out of it and just really tired.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at it and I decided that I wanted to redo it because that episode just, even though it was still pretty good.
Yeah, it has some really funny. We'll probably redo the funny moments for like in a bit because there's a certain story that before the recording, just I think that was like the blow of it is we laughed so hard at that like we became really fucking tired now at that moment and really like derailed the energy of the episode, and we felt it like 30 minutes in, and the episode was like 46 minutes long. It was like one of our shorter episodes too.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, let's it was funny. It was really funny. But like at that second episode, I felt like that I'm not giving anything right now, and like I don't think that's fair to people listening to this. So yeah,
Yeah.
on my part, I'm just speaking for my part.
And also, we did want to redo it because we're actually this is obviously the follow up episode from the Eminem album review,
Mm-hmm.
which has actually become one of your favorite episodes.
Yes, I think that's a hilarious. I've been posting like that. There's a lot of gems in that fucking episode. Like, and it's fucking so funny. Yeah, I really like that. Really enjoy that episode. Lots of highlights there, specifically you about Filipinos. It's just like really fucking funny.
That was definitely taken out of context. Um,
Yeah, so if you want to know the context of that, like Eminem's album, you have to listen to it in order. You take it out of context, you take out the beauty of the album. So make sure you go listen to that in its entirety in order, not backwards. So it's just like, and then the last episode we were like, damn, we're not, we had, and also we didn't have any topics.
oh yeah,
That's the other thing. We kind of just
another main issue is that usually, even though we don't technically plan out every episode, we do have kind of like a basis as to what we want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And the issue with the last episode or the last recording was that we just essentially came in with no idea what to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I didn't realize that till you texted it the night before. Like, I did not realize that was like a problem until like I was like, wait, I thought we did have shit to talk about because we usually have a lot of shit to talk about actually. and like I didn't realize we didn't. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn, what the fuck can we talk about? I'm like, but we went in. We had like two basic ideas, but like that hit. Those hit too hard for us in our state of mind. Like we were really high. We
Yeah.
were really fucking high as well. And usually when you're really high and really tired, it does not make for like entertainment shit, you know? Like keep that shit at home type shit. So it's just like yeah, it definitely showed within both the audio and the video elements of the podcast. And we just wanted to redo it because now we have stuff to talk about and also we have that to talk about.
Yeah.
Like that's something to talk about. And it's a learning experience, you know? And like make sure to get fucking sleep before we do a
So
podcast.
now that we got that out of the way,
Yeah.
the very first thing that we want to talk about is we actually want to talk about the world's favorite show, which is America.
America, the series.
Yep, because you know we
Season 256 or whatever the fuck.
Bro,
it's getting juicy. Imagine a TV show with 250 seasons.
No, but listen.
And this is getting.
But that's crazy because that's literally what it is. Like, when you look at everything that's going on in the world today,
mm-hmm.
It literally looks like it could be straight out of a reality TV show.
I think like a fucking like an HBO drama where everything just goes wrong and shit. It's just like fuck me, damn, what? Got COVID? Ain't no way. He dropped out? No fucking way, bro. It's just like, actually, yes, way. He's fucking old. You had to censor yourself the last episode.
Oh yeah, I did because I realized even though obviously when you listen to it in the context of the episode, it makes sense as to why I said what I said because it was leading into a topic that we were going to discuss.
Yeah.
But I realized when I was editing that people who might hear that and like not pay attention to anything else,
in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, it could just potentially sound bad. So
yeah,
that's why I had to cut that out. But that shit was.
We
hilarious.
love Joe Biden. You know, we wish.
We don't have to say we love him.
No, we don't. But like, you know, we don't wish no harm upon him. I mean, okay, no, never mind. But like,
you see exactly stuff like that. That's why we have to censor ourselves sometimes. But
make sense.
So, okay, so I guess kind of what do you want to discuss first? Do you want to discuss Meg at Kamala's rally, or do you want to discuss the Trump interview? Or no, not the Trump speech with the black woman that he brought on stage.
Oh, bring that because I didn't know anything about that. Can you talk about? Can you talk about that?
Okay,
you told me in the car. I'm like,
no, mind you. Just for people who are listening, again, I'm not super political, so I didn't sit there and listen to the entire thing. I literally just saw a clip of it on Twitter. So from what I understand, he was giving a rally somewhere, and he had this black woman on the side of him.
Yeah.
And he was basically talking about how they met. And if I remember correctly, he said that they met at like a restaurant or something.
Yeah.
And he said that, but this is the part that got me.
Mm-hmm.
What he said next, he literally said, and this is live, like this rally was live on TV. And he says, oh yeah, she walked up to me, she gave me a big hug and a big kiss, and I told her, like if you do that, like I might not go home to the first lady. And I'm like, did this motherfucker really just admit to like flat out cheating on his wife?
He's like, I would definitely cheat on my wife if it means a vote.
Like, here's the thing. Like, obviously, I know that he's done it before.
Yeah.
But I'm like, just to blatantly fucking say that on live TV is wild.
And being a felon too, like he's got a court date in someday in September and shit, and it's like major felonies. So it's just crazy. He's like, that's the guy, like, and that people, that Biden was losing too. They would just Ooh. We hear that all the time.
Yep.
It's like the zoo here. Wait, no, it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place where we live.
I mean, it's not a beautiful place either.
it's a it's a mix.
You can't go from one extreme to the other. We're like in the middle.
You know what? Just living a couple blocks away, man. It's crazy how much you go, like, damn, this street sucks, but the other street is like insanely beautiful. That's
What's wild?
Speaking
of that, real quick, I kind of want a little side note. This is something that I realized, I think probably maybe I don't know if it was when we were still in high school or kind of when we had graduated. But prior to that, Instagram and stuff, and before I even followed this page, because I've only been following it for maybe 2 years now.
Yeah.
But up until that point, where we live, granted, I never thought that we lived in the safest of places. But I also know that it wasn't really bad.
No. Yeah.
So, but when I got older and Instagram became a thing, and obviously you can see more of whatever's going on around you.
Yeah.
I started following a certain page that basically gives us news about the area that we live in. And it wasn't until I started following that page that I started to realize I'm wow, I was a lot more shit happens here than I thought did.
Yeah, no, there's always something going on, but I feel like that's, almost every kind of neighborhood, even the more richer parts, is always something going on because some white kids doing some euphoria shit, so it's just so it's just there's always just different problems in different places, but there's a lot more places that have a lot more things that need to be addressed and stuff. So yeah, but that being said, I'm just I thought this when I moved to this area, I thought it was fucking Chino Hills and shit. I was whoa, this is
this is not.
This is a house. This is a word, but then I realized.
How far is Chino Hill from us?
20 minutes away, bro. That shit. I've been to a few parties there, and I go to the houses. I'm
oh, wait, what do you mean? In a bad way or in a good way?
In a really good way. I'm this is the bougiest shit. To me, the bougiest shit.
Wait, what level? What do you mean?
Two-story houses, big ass houses with pools in the backyard, big backyards and shit.
So are you talking wait, is it extravagant, or are you talking more upper class suburban?
Upper class suburban.
Okay.
It's as a minority, you kind of feel unsafe in because of how just more bougier the neighborhood is.
You walk in and you're oh, there's not a lot of people that look like me.
Yeah, exactly, and that's coming. I'm just oh, if I walk out in the streets alone, even of how white skin I am, I'm not safe. They immediately look at you like it's fucking Get Out and shit. Well. That's a good movie though. Get Out. I still remember the
first time. Wait, did we watch that together?
We watched it in theaters, man.
Oh, we did, huh?
Yeah, and that the side character, he was fucking cracking the whole theater up and shit.
He was sex slaves. I was yeah, that shit was fucking funny, dude.
It's fucking the heads and shit.
Yeah.
Do you want your head fucked, man?
But
oh man,
you know what's crazy? I didn't realize it until after I saw the movie, but the girl who plays the girlfriend in that movie,
yeah,
she's one of the lead actresses in Megan.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah,
whatever her name is. Yeah, I she's also in the show Girls. That's what she came out from and shit. And it's like, and I saw clips of that. Like, that's a raunchy, funny ass show. So it was like, I gotta watch that eventually, And like, that movie is really good. It's really entertaining. That's a really entertaining movie, And when the white dad's like, I would have voted for Barack for a third term.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, that's a really good movie. Yeah. Wow, we just talked about our neighborhood and then Get Out, and then I kind of lost track.
Yeah. I think it like
imagine this, but 10 times worse in the last episode.
Yeah, it was pretty much that. Like literally, we were just scrambling for main topics to talk about. Like we like at some point, I think we were just like, did we fucking just start talking about the Beavis and Butthead movie?
Yeah, I think we talked about the same thing twice in that episode. Like verbatim, the same fucking words and shit.
Yeah. No, yeah, that was a bad recording for sure.
Yeah, but we live and learn. But it was fun though.
Yeah, it was fun. It was like definitely, and especially because of a fucking particular story that you had told me. That the thing is, so usually what we do when we film is once we have everything set up and we kind of have like the idea that we're gonna start filming, we'll start actually recording, but we won't actually start the episode yet.
Mm-hmm.
So usually we have like a lot of like behind the scenes footage.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately during like at that time I hadn't started recording yet.
Yeah.
So you told me a story that was fucking so hilarious, and I was legit dying laughing. But the thing is, we didn't fucking get it on video.
Yeah, because
I'll do a quick recap. So you told me that one day when you went to the eye doctor.
Yeah, I went to the eye doctor and I was having a good day and shit. I was like, okay, like I'm like ready, like I'm actually like looking forward to the day and shit. Like it's been going good so far. Nothing really wrong has happened yet. As in, like, I was sitting on the chair, I was getting my eye examined, and the doctor, she was like, "Oh, have you done something for that lazy eye yet?" And I go, "Excuse me, what?" She's like, "Oh yeah, you have like a lazy eye right there in your face."
And that's how you fucking found out.
That's when I realized I had a lazy eye. I didn't know.
Like, that's such a fucked up way to find out.
I didn't know my eye was moving a little
like,
more to the left than right.
But I think it's like the way that she said it. You're like, oh, like you didn't know.
Yeah, he was like, oh, well, it's kind of fucking obvious. Oh my god! And then like she just kept making comments about that.
No, but I'm telling you, like I've really like that for sure is as we've done these episodes.
Yeah.
I gotta say that's honestly my biggest regret so far is not capturing that moment on camera.
Yeah, no, I was very
like, cause I was legit dying, and we were smoking, so I was also high as shit.
And we were smoking something really strong.
Yeah, that was a really good blunt.
Yeah, he's like, we gotta do that, but we have to basically smoke it on camera before we do anything.
Yeah,
that's dangerous.
That was amazing.
That's dangerously.
That was like probably one of the best ones we've had so far.
Dangerously sleazy. That one that got me fucking. I was laid the fuck down.
Yeah.
On
but I think by the time the episode ended, we was like, just sang in because we were like fucking.
Oh, we were like, we need to stop.
Yeah.
I was so
like
tired.
Literally, I think there's literally like a period of silence towards the end, and then it's silence, and then we're just like, so that's gonna wrap it up.
It was like, yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Just 20 minutes of Spotify just of us breathing in the background. That was fun though.
Yeah,
it wasn't not a good episode, big difference, but it was really fun.
Yeah, it was a fun recording.
Really fun. I think that's what we needed though.
Yeah.
During that time, thank God we were like ahead of a few episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really came in handy.
But now we obviously get a chance to redo it.
Yeah, so, with that story, so it's like, all right, cool, and then we have something else to talk about, and then There's a movie we saw. I don't know if you want to go into the movie yet.
Oh, so wait, real quick. So I talked about just to kind of circle back. We got really sidetracked.
Damn.
We were
Oh
talking about
yeah, we're talking about politics. Huh?
Yeah. So real quick, just kind of to wrap, that up.
I have like a web stuck to my hand. Hold up, sorry.
Freaking right, dude. But anyways, so because since I talked a little bit about the Trump thing, did you want to talk a little bit about the Megan being at Kamala's rally?
Yeah, she was like twerking and shit over there, but like she's also like a celebrity that's support. She's a celebrity that believes in this. So it's gonna it's gonna happen.
Like, real quick, just kind of like a weird, just a side note of that like situation. Just looking, like from the outside in, it's crazy that we've gotten to the point where it's like we have like for like performing for like presidential candidates is like people who like shoot beer cans and twerk.
Yeah.
Like that's the fucking
king of the hill.
That's the fucking like place we're at in our country. Like one is like a fucking hillbilly who like shoots like Bud Light cans because they have
the Skylar Grey.
Shut up! You're a fucking asshole, dude. But then on the other side, you have like twerking for like the other. Like we're at a wild place.
Yeah, no, but like. If that's the candidate she believes in, celebrities are gonna go towards the things they believe in the most, but the far right celebrities are a little,
I would take twerking over shooting beer cans.
Yeah. Watch some fucking hick and be like, how dare he go? How he never went down a hill with his pal about
down a hill with his pal. What the?
Shooting beer cans.
Like the most fucking basic activity.
And shoot beer cans with well, little beaver gun, good old times with my AR-15. No, that's not for us. Sorry, we didn't have woods.
Yeah, like what's crazy? That's the thing that I think I maybe asked you this. Like I don't know exactly which episode, but I'm pretty sure it was like one of the very first episodes. But that's like something that I've always wondered. Like, imagine how like kind of different our lives would have been if we would have like grown up in different environments.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if we fucking like
imagine that everything the same, but like we have giant trees around here. Like
no, like imagine like we grew up in like a farm in like Texas or something. Like, imagine how different our life would be.
We'll still be Mexicans.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, we'd be Mexicans in like farms and shit.
That is, that is a big difference for a lot of people. But like, that's such random. Imagine if we were like in like a barn and shit like that. That just caught me off guard so much. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think about I can't imagine me in a barn with like laying on hay and shit. So it's just like taking care of cows and stuff. Like it's like not my forte. I'm not really, not really. I've never.
I mean, I've had to take care of cows before.
Oh shit! How were they?
I fucking fell.
Wait, you fell feeding cows? How do you?
No, listen. What had happened is, last time actually when I forgot which episode it was, but on one of the episodes I talked about when I went to Mexico this past December.
Yeah.
And one story that I actually forgot to share on there was one day I went with my cousin to go. We went to go take some of our cows that we own over there to feed. So we took them to like a big field, like to graze and eat the grass.
Yeah.
And the field has like a fence around it, so obviously they don't like wander off.
Yeah.
And I remember I had to go follow my cousin to the part where the cows were at, so I had to go through the field and I had to climb over one of the fences. But the thing is that what I wasn't aware of is that I thought that on the other side it was obviously going to be like a flat step that I could just like put like obviously like stand on like once I like jump over. Well, I didn't fucking realize that on the other side it was actually a slope. So when I fucking like hopped over, I didn't have like any where to like place my feet. So I fucking legit fell on my ass.
Just like slipped and ass to ground.
Yeah, like literally fell on my ass moment, dude. And my fucking cousin was laughing so hard.
Oh my god, that's really fucking funny.
Yeah, but no, yeah. So obviously I'm not good at fucking watching cows either. But I have milked cows before, and so that's interesting.
They got like blood and shit, and like
wait, what?
Milk, right? It's like raw and shit.
Well, I did it raw once, and that shit was disgusting.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, though.
Oh, okay.
And then, but because now what they do is it's kind of fucking crazy. They like hook them up. They take them in like this little barn looking thing, and they line them up. I think it's like they do like three at a time. They have these little machines that have like suckers on them, and they essentially you attach the udders to them because like it's kind of like a suction cup. Yeah, and so it takes the udder and it automatically pumps the milk out through it like a tube.
Oh wow, okay. It's like seems much easier. It's so much easier.
No, it is definitely easier like than doing it by hand.
Yeah, that's gross. Just doing it by hand. We did that for like thousands and thousands of years and shit. Yeah, so that's fucking crazy.
Mike, how can you be Mexican and you've never milked a
cow? I don't fucking. I'm not near a farm. Do I? And I don't.
Have you at least ridden a horse?
No. Well, I had like a fair. Like.
You fucking son.
I like it. That's it though. I don't go outside.
I've had the genuine experience.
Yeah, you know, most of my family, like, it's just in cities. It's like no.
So wait, do you have any like family that actually lives in Mexico?
I have family that lives in Mexico, but they're also in the cities of Mexico.
I see. They're not so like there's like you don't know anybody from like any rural
parts. No. So when you talk about like the water shit, you know, so it's just like no one has any water except this one.
Like now that you bring it up, it reminds me how fucking bad the water situation. I'm pretty sure I talked about it on the December episode.
Yeah.
When I talked about my trip over there, but. It was literally, what's it called? We had to buy it because we don't you can't drink the water from the from the sink over there, and so we had to buy water bottles to keep in the house, and so supposedly they're supposed to be water bottles that are obviously filled with purified water, right? Bruh. When you fucking opened one of these water bottles and you took a sip, you could legit still taste like little pebble particles.
Oh my god, just like purified water is just like, it's just water. It's just water.
It's probably the water from the fucking sink.
Yeah, purified water just through the tap. Yeah, but like, the water situation really is like bad. Like right there from where you went to?
It's not like bad, it's just like it's recommended to like
just to conserve the water and shit. Yeah. That's crazy. Well, over here motherfuckers are just leaving sinks on and shit.
Yep.
You know, so it's just like wild. It really is eye-opening shit. So yeah,
but wow, so we got fucking sidetracked again. But so just basically to wrap it up, Trump cheating on his wife like on live TV, and then fucking Meg twerking at Kamala's rally.
What completely? How do we get derailed twice and it's related to?
And it's literally the same topic too. It's not like we even got a chance to switch over to topics. No. We're still on the fucking first topic.
It's about twerking and beers because we were talking about beers and I was like rolling down a hill on my paw. That's
stupid.
Well, speaking of. Pause, I guess. Long legs.
Oh, you're stupid. You're fucking stupid. I hate that transition so much.
I couldn't think of anything else.
But no, yeah. So you finally got a chance to watch it.
Yeah, you watched it first, and I've been hearing good to mixed things about this movie. It was getting very much.
And then so, but here to before kind of to set it up. So, I actually told you my thoughts about the movie before you even watched it.
Yeah.
So you already knew how I felt about it.
Yeah.
So just to do a quick recap, I thought the movie was good. That's the thing that I want to stress out.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the movie was good, and I definitely think that the lead actress and Nicolas Cage, like I think they put on amazing performances. But the thing is, like, I wasn't really understanding all the hype that the movie was getting because to me it was just like it was just that it was like a good movie, but there wasn't anything that necessarily like wowed me about it.
Mm-hmm.
So to go into that, what did you think of it when you finally watched it?
I saw it, and usually like I like these type of movies a lot, and I know Raul's taste. I'm like, okay, I look at it, I'm like, I would probably understand it, but maybe there's shit here that I mean, hopefully I would appreciate. And then I watched it, I'm like, because it was getting a lot of hype. It was really getting a lot of hype from a lot of the festival circuit and early screenings. And
Yeah, I
all
will
that.
say,
So it's
I
just
will
like,
say, whoever did the marketing for this movie did a freaking fantastic
I know
job.
the marketing team just like pushed through and like really, this movie is made $70 million right now. For this type of movie, that's fucking insanity. But like, I thought it was, like a well done movie. I thought it was like very technically beautiful. I thought the performances were good to really good. Nick Cage being the standout, and I'm not gonna say like the direction was bad at all. In fact, it's probably one of the better parts of the movie. That
Hey,
being said,
you know what actually stood out to me?
what?
The the um the house that the lead girl in the movie lived in
Yeah,
was super fucking nice. Like
yeah.
I really liked the structure of the house. How it was like all wood and shit.
I didn't expect that compliment, but that house was like I was like, wow, the wooden house in that movie looked.
Well, I mean, it looks
really...
nice. It looks like a nice cabin home.
Yeah, you're like I would like live there and get high in it. And
Yeah,
shit,
like
know,
like that would, exactly like that
figure
would be
out some.
like that would be a dope ass place to get high at.
Your compliments of the movie. He's like, what's your favorite part of the movie, Raul?
Like
I thought
house.
the house. The house, so it looks like I would get high in it and have a good time.
Yeah, are you kidding me, bro? Look at that fucking house.
He's like, oh, the wood floor and shit. Damn. He's like Nick Cage around the corner and
like,
shit.
He's like, I can already ash. It's already wood.
He's like, stupid. I fucking hate you. But like, I thought the story itself was kind of like, average. Yeah, very average story for me. Like, I didn't think, like, it was very... First of all, I think it's very well done, but I don't think it's scary. I think I've seen scarier in this genre, and even without those movies, I think by itself, I don't think is very scary. There's some cool things in it that if I watch it on the second time, I'll catch it, definitely be like, ooh, there's that thing that I didn't see before. But
yeah, the one thing that I will say is that I saw on Twitter, after I had watched the movie, that I actually did not notice while I was watching the movie, but a lot of people took like those like shots from the movie.
Yeah.
Because apparently there was like a few different times that the director like referenced the devil being there.
Yeah.
And so like for example like
the spoilers alert. I did.
Oh yeah,
spoilers! Spoiler alert!
For those of you who haven't seen
it, spoiler alert!
We probably should have said that shit earlier, but well, I mean, we didn't really say much. I just said that I like the house.
Yeah, that is true. And then you were like, and then the devil.
Yeah. Okay. No. So
spoilers.
Yeah. So spoiler. But I mean, you should kind of know what kind of movie what type of movies it's gonna be once, like, if you see the trailer or anything.
You're like, oh yeah.
But So spoiler alert for like going forward.
Mm-hmm.
But so like one of the shots is like the girl like it's the door is one of those doors that has like one of those like kind of like this like the
glass
like the glass on top.
Yeah.
And she's like looking away, and in the reflection of the glass, you see like the outline of a head and like horns.
Yeah.
So I was like, I thought that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's
cool.
definitely like one of my favorite parts of the movie too, where like it just sprinkles him here and there. I just still need needed to think we needed more of the devil, surprisingly. But I think through there's scene the scene in the library when she looks out the window. I saw he was there for a split second.
Reflection,
He was split and then he faded, and then when she opened the door for the downstairs. You see him on the window right there, which I thought was really cool setup. I just wish maybe there was more of it to feel like he was more in control of the situation. I felt like it was very it I didn't feel uneasy about it. Usually in movies like these, I have a pretty easy time just being uneasy and kind of scared with it. These horror movies, but this time I just I didn't feel the presence was evil enough, if I could say that.
But no, the one thing that I will say though is, I think I mentioned it earlier, but yeah, Nicolas Cage, and the girl what's the girl's name?
I have no idea who she is, but she's in It Follows, and I really like her in that movie as well. And did you know It Follows is getting a sequel?
Yeah, you know what? That's a movie that I haven't watched yet.
It Follows? No, you told me about It Follows. We've talked about it. It's the one where it's the monster.
Oh, you know what? You know what though? I think that's definitely a movie that I need to rewatch because I feel like maybe when I watched it for the first time, maybe I wasn't in the right mood or whatever. So maybe I didn't like it as much that I probably will now.
Yeah.
So I'll probably rewatch it because since it's getting a sequel. But I have a feeling that if I watch it now, I might like it.
Yeah, no, I look back at that movie, I was because I liked it at that time too, but I think I really like it this time. We'll definitely talk about it too.
Yeah, so I'll let you know when I rewatch it. So we can
but back to this movie, she was good at that movie, but she kills it in this movie.
If I want to say one of my favorite scenes of all time in the movie is when she has to meet her partner's family.
Yeah,
and she's he has a daughter, and she's a little girl, and she walks up to her and she's like, "Oh, you want to see my room?" And she's just okay. And then the very next shot is just them standing on opposites or sitting on opposite sides of the bed, just awkwardly looking
extremely awkward. It's a fucking smiling friend scene.
That was my that whole her interaction with that little girl is probably my favorite part of the whole movie.
That's so funny. The funny part of the movie, not the scary part of the movie. The funny part of this movie.
When she was "Do you want to come to my birthday party?" and she was just "Okay."
You're
that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, that was really funny. But also Nick Cage, though.
Oh yeah, Nick Cage.
Nick Cage always kills it.
I will say that was surprising for me to see because. Granted, I don't think I've seen a lot of his movies, but the last thing that I remember watching him in is
Mandy?
No, real quick, was Nick Cage the one that did that
National Treasure?
No, that fucking Five Nights at Freddy's knockoff movie?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so that's the last movie I've seen.
First of all, he was on a Friday.
Five Nights at
Freddy's.
You were struggling there.
I was Friday. It
was
I was rewiring.
It's Friday.
Shut up. The Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff? I remember that. That's crazy.
You know what? I actually watched it and I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah. Granted, it's dumb as fuck, but I liked it.
Nick Cage always gives it all, no matter if he's in a.
But that was an interesting one because he didn't have any dialogue in the movie.
Oh, he was just Nick Cage.
Yeah, and then but prior to that, I think the last thing that I actually saw him in was Mandy.
Yeah, no, Nick Cage always kills it. Obviously, people forget he's an actual actor.
So
he
that
just
was
does anything.
Watching him do a role like this was really incredible.
Yeah, he looks like he's from White Chicks, but it's
and then especially at the end when he fucking bashes his fucking face into the table.
That was good gore.
Yeah,
right
you know what? That reminded me of some fucking Talk to Me shit.
Yeah. That's a really fun movie too.
Yeah.
You know they just wrapped the next movie.
Yeah, are you gonna watch? I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I just know they're gonna go fucking crazy, so it's very, very, very excited. For
we're getting a lot of fucking good horror.
Getting a lot of good movies. You gotta get that A-list.
And you know what?
You gotta get that fucking A-list.
One that is gonna be an absolute banger, and I'm not talking about Terrifier 3, which will be a banger.
Okay.
But No, it will be. Fuck you. How
Hey,
dare you
know.
say otherwise?
Yeah.
But anyways,
Not factual.
not Terrifier 3, but fucking zombie kangaroos. Dude.
That's what you're gonna go to. I forgot you told me about that shit. I fucking hate you. Oh my god.
Like, this is, bro. We've had killer koala bears. We've had killer sharks.
Killer sloths.
Killer sloths. Fucking
Killer gingerbread man.
Bro,
Killer turkey.
Dude.
Killer bong. Don't forget killer bong.
A killer fucking car. Bro.
That is true, Christine.
We're getting a fucking killer.
I hope they cast the worst Australian acters in that movie.
A fucking killer kangaroo. I cannot wait to see the CGI on this.
Watch this fucker eat this veggie white.
You're stupid.
I did like the wrong accents.
But
my accent work is S tier, if I say so myself.
What's it called? But actually, like, I don't know if you've ever seen videos, but kangaroos are actually assholes.
No, they are one of the most terrifying creations on the planet Earth.
Like, one of my favorite ones
fucking hate looking at kangaroos.
It's a dash cam video of a guy who's driving at night, like, somewhere in the desert in Australia. Yeah. And you just fucking see a kangaroo jump out of nowhere, and it fucking jumps on top of his car and basically, like smashes, like, his windshield and shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They're just super aggressive for it. And also 95% muscle. Yeah. Like, all of it is fucking...
Like, bro, have you ever... Like, if you've ever seen an image of one standing up...
Yeah, no, that's terrifying. You know what? You can make a very scary movie out of fucking a killer kangaroo. Like, just imagine one standing there.
Especially if it's a zombie?
Imagine a kangaroo standing there just in the dark and it's all, like, fucking, like, has his intestines come out. That's a pretty scary image. You know what? I'm fucking hyped. I want to see these Australian actors, like, oh, and then be, like, get killed by the kangaroo. So it's just...
Save the Vegemite.
Save the Vegemite. Oh, we can fucking stuck in my teeth.
This little bugger's not fucking around.
He's like, I'm poking with a stick. I got a lot of those jokes.
We just lost any potential Australian fans.
They're fake people. They don't exist. So it's just like...
Well, yo, that's a wild thing. You just said a whole fucking country doesn't exist. Okay, fucking Alex Jones.
Yeah, fucking JD Vance. He's like, so, Mexicans.
What the fuck? But, no, yeah, so...
Couch fucking.
But, so, did you even get around to saying what you think about long legs?
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought this was okay. This time you derailed us from the fucking killer kangaroos and shit.
Dude, fuck you.
Man, what?
So just say real quick, what did you think of the movie?
I thought it was okay. I thought it was a very well done movie. I'm glad the director is having big success over this movie. It's not necessarily a movie that would be very successful, so I'm glad it is.
It's a backhanded compliment.
And it's not a backhand because most of these artsy ass movies never make money. Like one of my favorite movies so far this decade is Beau is Afraid, and nobody watched that movie.
I still yet to watch it, and I don't know if I should.
I'm gonna show you it, and we're definitely gonna review it.
Wait, is that on a streaming service?
It's on Paramount Plus.
No,
I have to watch it with you, fam.
Okay.
I have to watch it with you. I need to watch it with you
Okay.
because that's like legit.
And I have a new TV now too.
So it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
oh my god, yes! Because it was not on streaming services for A24 has a specific like on Max. It has a category for A24 movies, and it has Hereditary and Midsummer, but not fucking Beau is Afraid. I'm like, just put it there. You fucking have it. Why is it on shitty ass Paramount Plus? Why is it on the same streaming service as Floribama Shore?
Hey, fuck you. Paramount Plus has bangers like Floribama Shore and Jersey Shore, dude.
Fucking
and SpongeBob
dude.
and all the shitty sequels.
Bo's Afraid is basically a giant SpongeBob episode. If I'm not, it just has a lot of. Imagine SpongeBob uncensored.
And here's the thing too.
You get to see SpongeBob
penis. The thing that makes this even more dangerous for me is I'm going into it completely blind. Like, I have no fucking idea what this movie's about.
That's gonna be... Oh, it's gonna be such a treat. I'm so y'all don't know how excited I am.
Then maybe this will make up for the Midsummer shit
that
happened. Because that was fucking funny. What the fuck are you... Shut the fuck up, Obi Ho.
Obi. I was thinking about that. I was like, why do I sound like a fucking dead owl? Anyways, Long Legs was cool. I give it like a 6 out of 10.
I'd give it a 7.
I give it like a 6 out of 10. I think it's cool. I don't think I have no desire to watch it again.
Which is surprising for me because I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but kind of like cultish, like satanic type of movies like
and those artsy ass movies.
Like they're like usually not my bag. So surprisingly, I did enjoy this though.
Yeah, I thought it was still cool, especially the ending. I thought the ending was really cool and like the works of that. I would wanted to see more of that. But I know I'm alone on that.
Yeah, so. But I think real quick before we wrap up the movie topic, we're actually like looking forward to go see another movie.
Yes, Trap by M. Night Shyamalan.
What?
M. Night Shyamalan. Okay, don't be racist now.
No, I'm not. I legitimately just didn't know how the fuck to say his name. What the fuck? Like, I'm sorry I can't perfectly pronounce names. But, no, yeah, so he has a new movie out called Trap. Mm-hmm. And so the thing, too, that kind of, I mean... We're still obviously going to go watch it, but I will say that I kind of screwed myself a little bit because I ended up listening to an episode of a favorite podcast of ours that does movie reviews. Shout out to the Frames Per Second podcast. And they recently dropped their review on it, and I decided to listen to it. And they were not big fans of the movie. And so it kind of killed my vibe a little bit because when I watched the actual trailer for the movie,
it's a really good trailer.
Yeah, like I legitimately like I was going into it thinking that this was gonna be like a legit really good movie, but from what I've heard, like I'm hoping that if it is not that great, I'm hoping that it's at least entertaining.
Same here. I could always kind of rely on Shyamalan to be entertaining. I didn't really like his last few movies. I haven't seen The Visit though. And I heard that's like a more entertaining movie. But I'm very excited to see this. I think the main actor is cool, and I think the premise is very interesting. So I hope at least I'm entertained, even if it is stupid. Even if I find it stupid, I hope it's at least fun.
Yeah, and real quick before very last thing before we wrap up the movie thing. I actually started last night. I started watching the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes movie, which I had actually been looking forward to seeing, and I wanted to watch it in theaters, but unfortunately I didn't get the chance. Yeah. But now it is available on Hulu. So I actually started it last night, and I believe I made it like 20 minutes in, but I had to stop just because it was kind of late, and I was actually really tired. So I decided I'll just watch it like tomorrow. So I'll probably finish it on later today. Yeah. But so stay tuned for that because I'll probably give my review on the next episode. But I will say so far, even though I will the only comments that I'll make on it right now is that the movie itself looks fucking fantastic. Yeah. But as far as like story, like nothing. Now, granted, again, like as I mentioned, I've only made it 20 minutes in. But so far, nothing really about the story is like really kind of grabbing me. So I'm hoping that as I go further on, that maybe there's something more that I can kind of attach myself to. Yeah. But I'll give my full review on the next episode. But now moving on. Stay tuned for that. I want to talk about. So usually when we look back on our childhood, a lot of it's like full of nostalgia and things that we just freaking loved as kids.
That we still love as adults.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Not all of the stuff that we were into back then has aged gracefully. So
you really find out how like stupid you were when you watched these shows back.
So
like,
I want to
waste my time on this.
I want to go kind of back and talk about things that we remember fondly from back in the day, but we look back on now and we're like, oh no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what did you have anything that you want to start off with?
The first thing that comes to mind is I didn't like this show, but I still watched it because I think as a child I was like demented and was like I just need to see why this exists. But I do remember.
And if you're saying, yeah.
I do remember watching, like fascinating, like analyzing Fanboy Chum Chum. I was like, why the fuck? Why is this?
Why?
Because I asked the same question. I'm like, why does this exist? Why? And then I find out later that Nick chose that show over Adventure Time. And Adventure Time basically revitalized Cartoon Network's animation department. Like after that show and regular show, it basically turned into a new golden age of the second golden age of Cartoon Network. So Nickelodeon just knows how to fumble bags. They get like feet sucking producers, and like. And in the animation department, they have horrible taste.
Oh, that reminds me of fucking, did I ever send you the video? It's like these, I think it's like, these group of kids that are like hanging out, in front of like, I think it's like the old Nickelodeon studio.
Yeah.
And one of them is rapping, and he's rapping about like fuck Dan Schneider.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite memes. Like ever since that documentary came out, that's like one of my favorite memes that came out of that.
The people are fucking amazing, man. It's just like it's so fucking funny. Like I never thought 10 years ago someone would be on front of Nickelodeon, so you'd be like
yelling fuck Dan Schneider
for a fucking TikTok video. It was really fucking funny. I didn't even like, I still don't have a TikTok, and I just can't. Even if it's like an informative TikTok video.
I actually had a TikTok for a while, but I can't really.
I already wasted my fucking. Speaking of things we watched young that like looking back on now, like why did I do that? So many Vine compilations.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna include that in that thing because that is true.
Yeah.
That made me 100% dumber.
Dude, you know what's my favorite one? Have you seen the guy who used to do the Lil Wayne impersonation?
Oh, I remember. Oh my god, I didn't think about that person, and then the Drake impersonator that did the hand shit too, until for like years now. Thanks for bringing that up. That cough was like a fucking unlock shit. This is fucking the Lil Wayne impersonator.
Oh,
like,
when he bro, you know what's my favorite?
What?
When he's in the kitchen and he fucking spills the cereal on the floor and he's stepping on it and like, oh fuck, what do you say? Something on my feet, see, like serial killer, and then he does a little stupid laugh.
Stupid. You know what's fucked up? That is such like a. That is a very Wayne bar in 2013, 2014 when he was like slipping a bit. Yeah, that's very accurate. Sadly, Vine. It's Vine. I'm thinking about Vine now. I'm like, what an era of schlock that was in like a parasite to our brains. It was a crazy time, but a lot of it was trash.
Oh, wait,
but a lot of it's good. A lot of it's good.
Another one where there's a fake spider on the wall.
Yeah.
He's like take a picture of a spider, call it webcam.
I love Wayne. I'm gonna just pretend those are Wayne bars.
Yeah.
Because like they sound like Wayne. Wayne. Take a phone in the jail. That's a cell phone. And that's an actual bar, he said. And the F is for phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. You think that would be a Vine? No.
I get a recent favorite of mine. I get more camel toes than them Arabs.
First of all, like the word Arab, that sounds very derogatory. like I know, like I was watching. I don't know why, but I was watching a Dr. Umar interview. And then he'll be like, yeah, and like I don't hate anyone, so like I always get love to the Mexicans and the Chinese and the Arabs, and I'm like I know he means with love, but like I just think like that type of the way he said it is it's just like I don't like the way he's saying it. But shout out to Dr. Umar. The snow bunny crisis is real.
Shut up. I love you. Never
I
mind.
love.
Never mind. Never, never mind.
Oh, you're about to get real horny on Maine right now. No burner here. Besides,
yeah, like not my sense.
he was looking. If no model's gonna leak your fucking Drake dick,
Just shut the fuck up. That was I'm not gonna say that.
And this video proof.
I'm not gonna say that.
Oh my god.
I've gone into some wild times.
Oh my god, wild.
I'm not gonna get into
It's been hard. Nick Cage for the longest time was on millions of dollars in debt because he kept buying a lot of shit, and that's why he was in a lot of low grade movie roles. But he was buying like exotic animals and shit and multiple houses across the world and shit. He had a pet tortoise, like a giant tortoise and shit, and a lion and shit, or whatever the fuck. Man, Hollywood money, man, fucking gets you shit, Fanboy Chum Chum, and Vine. Those are my picks.
Yeah, but so I think for me, it used to be, it's something that I legit still remember using. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, my nephew's room now used to be one of my sister's rooms.
Yeah.
And back in the day, she used to have an actual computer, desk in her room with one of those old fucking Dell computers. And that was one of the first computers that I ever did shit on because so my first experience with a computer was an actual computer where you had to sit on the desk and you had the big ass router and you had the little speakers on the side with the knobs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was one of my to obviously back then that shit was incredible to me, right?
Yeah.
But compared to what we have now,
we just do anything.
Our fucking phones are 10 times stronger than that shit.
No, not only that, our phones, my broken ass phone with a broken camera lens and a screen that's mostly black, has more power than the fucking spaceships that went to the moon in '69. That's nuts. It was just pure duct tape what they were fucking using. It's fucking Ed and Eddie type shit. Fucking Codename Kid Next Door type shit. Those are good shows from my childhood. I'll say that. Those are wonderful times.
Top tier for sure.
Yeah. And then, but what show, do you have another show?
Oh, fuck.
Or no? Like a childhood show? I thought we were gonna do actual, just kids cartoons.
Oh, what? Well, I was broadening it to whatever, but I mean, we can do shows too.
Yeah. But because you were talking about Operation Repo in the car, in the car, okay, and I was I didn't know we were going there.
Wait. So I gotta tell this story. Uh-huh. So back in I believe 4th or 5th grade in our middle school, we were asked to, and this was only me by the way because you still hadn't got there, so I'm the only one that had to do this.
Yeah.
But they had asked us to write a letter to our future self, and then on the day that we graduated from middle school, which was 8th grade, they would give it to us.
Yeah.
And so I still remember the day that I got my letter back, and I'm pretty sure that they translated it because it was printed instead of written. So I think they just printed out whatever you typed, printed out whatever you wrote.
Can't imagine them reading your handwriting.
Fuck you. But to be fair, I do have pretty shitty handwriting.
You ever just read children's handwriting and be like, what the fuck is this? And then you realize your handwriting.
No, but you know what's even more wild?
What?
Fucking doctors' handwriting.
Yeah, you know, they fucking my partner was a stage manager. If an assistant stage manager had really shitty writing, she she would go up to the person, give them a blank piece of paper and a pencil, and she would just draw circles for the rest of the time. And apparently drawing circles just for that really helps with how you write and shit. And so by doing that, she basically taught her assistant stage managers to be really well crafted with the notes and stuff. So So like it's really neat, you know. So it's like very, you know, it all I guess it all just requires like some sort of exercise, I guess. But I don't want to do that, you know. So
Yeah.
I like my shitty handwriting.
But
Operation Repo.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so fucking distracting me with handwriting talk. But no, yeah, like so in this letter, there's literally a part in it where I'm like make sure you keep watching Operation Repo because that show's fucking awesome. Well, granted, that's not word for
Fucking
word.
awesome.
That's not word for word. I didn't say that. But,
Paraphrasing by adding fuck bombs.
yeah, but I did say that, and so um, I look back on that show now and and the thing too is like to add on to that shit. Back in the day, I legit thought that show was real. So
yeah, because you're trying, you're like, oh, reality TV.
yeah,
Like,
so I was like, holy fuck! Like I can't believe Repo Man get into all of this crazy shit, and then and like all in the same area.
Oh.
Too. But then as I got older, I'm like, oh, this was fucking.
This is not real. This is like animated. It's like
this
a Disney,
was far from real.
It's fucking Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is a more realistic movie than a real.
They literally have a dude in a fucking chicken costume that drives like a little fucking mini ass fucking car.
Oh my god! And oh my god, reality TV is just like another form of art. You know, I remember watching a lot of Flavor of Love. Like that shit is funny. Wait, you haven't seen that, huh?
No.
You gotta get out. Oh, we might watch the first episode right now then. So it's just like, but that shit is fucking funny.
No, but yeah, because like the thing is like you can like we mentioned this before like things with like fucking MILF Manor and shit. Like you could literally have the most wild concept.
Don't forget about MILF Manor too.
Yeah, like, to be a real quick little side note. Now that you mentioned that, I swear I won't get as distracted, but I just wanted to mention. So I did like a little recap of MILF Manor 2 on a previous episode. So if you haven't listened to that, make sure you check it out. But I hadn't watched the first season. I went directly into the second season.
Yeah.
So I recently started watching the first season, and I gotta say, like, here's the thing. Even though it was still a fucking wild ass show, don't get me wrong, in the second season, I could have seen that, and like, since that was my first time watching it, if that had been the first season, I'm like, even though that was fucking horrible, I could kind of see how it would get another season.
Yeah.
But and mind you, I'm only on episode 3 so far of the first season, but I'm like, how the fuck did this show get a second season? Like, because the fucking first season is just all over the place, man.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't have much hits, and that was a hit, I guess. And they were like, all right, greenlighted another season. Oh, I keep hitting myself in this fucking episode. Fucking my hand's going to be broken by the time we end recording.
You can pull a fucking long legs, fucking crack your fucking finger on it.
Fucking, I'm trying to remember that fucking, wait, what scene is that? That's fucking
when he's in the interrogation room.
Oh, which is fucking...
Yeah.
Oh my god. There's some cool deaths in that movie, though, I'll say.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. But like, yeah, MILF Manor, Vine,
yeah, no, but
Fanboy and Chum Chum.
But you have shit like that, right? And then, like, for example, like Operation Repo, another show that was basically because they came out with like fucking 3 or 4 fucking Repo Men shows, like no shit, like they literally, bro, they had fucking Operation Repo, South Beach Towing, fucking Lizard Lick Towing.
Lizard Lick who? Who's licking toes?
There was a show called Lizard Lick Towing.
Lizard Lick Towing? That's fucking gross. I hate that title so much. But that attracts viewers. Like,
yeah,
people,
so
people
they legit had like a shit ton of like Repo Men show. That's how I should have known this shit wasn't real. Cause like, goddamn, like
so many Repo Men.
Like Repo Men's like the most fucking dangerous job in the world.
I know. We have to go to war to be a Repo Man.
But so I actually watched fucking South Beach Tow. And I'm not gonna lie, that one was just as bad as Operation Repo, but that one was even more wild. They literally had one of the girls, she was like this big black girl, and like her character is that she was like really tough.
Yeah.
And so there's a scene where her and this fat white guy, are fucking trying to repossess a car in like a parking lot, and they're like up on one of the upper stories. And one of the shots is that the girl like gets into the car somehow, or gets into her car somehow, and she's like trying to speed off, and she like knocks the big black girl like out of the fucking thing.
For the parking structure?
Yeah. So
Oh
she,
my god, I've seen this clip.
Yeah, and so she fucking the fucking white guy goes over to the corner and he looks down and he's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "You killed my friend," and then. And then it fucking cuts to her fucking getting up and like fucking hulking up and trying to like destroy the car. Yes. I'm like, what the fuck was this show?
It's storytelling at its finest. What do you mean?
Like, bro, like, yeah, like I look back, like, and the thing is too, like,
nostalgia.
Yeah, like I used to find this shit so entertaining. Dude. But like I look back on it now, like even though granted, I'd be lying if I say I don't still find it a little entertaining.
I was like, I sometimes walk into your room, you're watching the most wild shit.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't like. It's like, but I'm like, I can't believe like I actually thought like a lot of the shit was legit. Mm-hmm. Like that was the most like amazing part to me.
Yeah, you were a child, so like that explains a lot. So it's just like, but like the fact you were a kid watching this, you're like, the good old days.
Yeah.
The good old days of just watching Repo Man show.
Repo Man were like in like fucking should deserve more pay.
Breaking Bad, Repo Man, Lizard Lick Toe, and South Beach Toe. Those are his top 5.
Actually, I don't think I ever really got it. I think I actually never really got around to watching Lizard Like Time. That's the only one that I didn't really watch.
I think that's something you should do and post on your story.
Oh, you want me to rewatch? Because I'm pretty sure it's on Paramount Plus or something.
Oh yeah, it has to be. Why wouldn't it be?
So do you want me to rewatch it?
Lizard Lick Toe. Yeah, that sounds like a crazy.
Because I've only seen like clips of it. I don't think I've ever watched like a whole like season or anything.
Yeah, let me know. That's
Right, I'll watch it and I'll get back to you on that.
Well, we'll definitely make it, it's content, so we'll definitely talk about it on here when you do. And I hope there's some wild, fucking stomach was like, nope, stop.
But I mean, is there anything else that you want to like look back on, or do you want to get into the picks of the day?
I'm down to go into the picks of the day.
All right, so kind of wrap this episode up. We're gonna go into the picks of the day. Do you want to go first?
I got something. I'll recommend 2 things. One is a recent 2024 album that came out in June 21st. It's called Scream from New York, New York, from the indie rock band Ben Stiller. This was recommended to me on random on Spotify, and I saw the cover. It looked interesting. It looked nostalgia. Speaking of nostalgic, this is a very, very new band, and this is technically like their first ever album. So it's just like on major album. So it's fucking amazing. If you like that like old school grunge, early 2000s type of rock emo shit. I wouldn't say even emo. I don't think it's emo at all. It's just like very. I wouldn't say subdued either. It's just like really good rock. It's just like really good like rock, indie rock music, and it's fucking alternative, I guess. But yeah, it's Scream from New York, Ben Stiller, and it's an amazing album that came out in 2024. I fucking been on repeat with this album. The last song I have, The Answer, I've been on repeat. It's just. I can't really explain the feeling I have with this album. And it takes me back to a time. It takes me back to a time, and it really is a very cathartic album for me. And then another album, I'm gonna. This is gonna be funny. I'm gonna recommend an album I haven't heard of. So it's the latest EP from one of my favorite rappers, Fonte, called Pacific Time 2. I just know it's gonna be good because Fonte is literally like one of the best rappers of all time. Like he really is. Like within the past 2 years, ever since I found his group, The Menstrual Show, Little Brother, and their album, The Menstrual Show, one of the best rap albums I've ever heard in my life. And so I've just been a fan of Fonte ever since, and I've been listening to all his music. And he's recently dropped another EP called Pacific Time too. Only 4 tracks, 14 minutes. That's actually kind of crazy. But yeah, I can't wait to listen to it. Definitely check out more Fonte. Super conscious and lyrical rap. And like the way he just says it, his delivery is A1, and no matter what he's talking about, it's always A1. So yeah, been stellar. Screams from New York, New York. Scream from New York, New York, and then Fonte's Pacific Time too. Those are my 2 recommendations.
All right, so mine is actually going to be from one of your favorite artists.
Mm-hmm.
And you've legit been trying to get me to listen to this album forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be recommending Dance Now by Jid from his 2022 album, The Forever Story. I've legit had that song on repeat like all fucking week.
I'm glad it's a very popular song too. It's been playing like on the radio and commercials and stuff for like 2 years now, which is actually really shocking to see, but so pleasantly surprising. So,
yeah, but that's definitely, I will eventually check out that album. Because I do know, listen, I am aware that Jid's a dope artist, like I mentioned before.
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten around to actually listening to the album, but I will say that song definitely gave me incentive to listen to it. Yeah. So I'll probably get into it like later tonight or something, but...
Yeah, a really amazing song and a really amazing album.
That's a song that I would recommend, Dance Now by Jid from his 2022 album, The Forever Story. And that's going to be my recommendation, and that's going to wrap it up for episode 22. We hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, make sure you follow us on all our socials. Links for everything is down in the description.
Twitter, Letterboxd, Instagram, and for the AO podcast, make sure to listen on Spotify and Apple Music or wherever you listen to your shit.
Yeah, and we'll see you all in the next episode.
Peace.